Hello. Pretty often I am getting requests about reviewing some more affordable models. Of course, $100 and more expensive IEMs is good, they sounding good and so on and so forth, but entry-level models are interesting too, especially on the mass market. Unfortunately, I didn't got any relatively new models in low-end price tier, but then I thought to myself that everything new is well overlooked old, and I remembered one of the models that I reviewed I think 5 or 6 years ago or even more, when I just started my reviewer's career. I didn't made videos at that time, so it was only text review and only in Russian language, but it was a really good model made by company Dunu Sound. At that time it was new and just rising company, offering few interesting models. Now there were no their hybrid models that gathered huge popularity right now. There were no this high-end models, so they were making some affordable models, and one of the most affordable was Dunu DN 12 codename Trident. Actually a pretty good dynamic driver IEMs that I liked at that time. I decided to get a pair for review again and take a look how they sound after 7 years. Since that time I really had experience with many more affordable models, and sound improved since then. But let's look at this model. It's priced about $33 if I remember right. You can get it from Amazon, from AliExpress, from Pen and Audio and many other shops. Box is relatively simple. It's made of pretty thin cardboard, so it's not super sturdy, but anyway, for entry-level model it's really nice, with good polygraphy, with nice design. On the back side you can find product features, description of what's inside, but most interesting thing for us it's technical specifications. So sorry, I will put them angled because no other way to fit them in under the camera. So it's 6.8mm dynamic driver, regular frequency range from 10 Hz to 20 kHz, but about 10 Hz I'm sure it's just overestimating. 100 decibels of sensitivity, 16 ohm of impedance and 26 decibels of passive noise cancelling. So pretty good specifications, not too sensitive to being noise peaking with powerful sources, not too hard to drive. So in the box you will have this pouch, basic but enough for storage. IEMs themselves, luckily it is old model, so no Max Barskih portrait inside this time. IEMs themselves I will pull them and put aside, and surprisingly good selection of tips. Short clip you will have, and set of tips. So 3 pair of single flange tips with wide bore, 3 pair of single flange tips with narrow bore, and pair of double flange tips. So pretty good tip selection for this price level, and pretty nice accessory set. Speaking about build quality, DN12 is pretty nice. They have this funny shape, they remind some tiny bells I think, but they are made of metal and it's pretty good for this price range, I'd say. So let me pull tip out. So as you can see they are narrowing here to the sound bore, and actually they will fit into almost any ears I think with ease, without any issues, without any problems, because they are pretty small. You can insert them pretty deeply and get normal noise cancelling, noise attenuation, so they are pretty good for noisy environments. Of course not superb as some deep insertion models like Etimotic ones, but pretty normal. You can wear them cable down, but cable has a slight microphonic, so I prefer wearing them with over the ear, putting cable over the ear, but you can choose whatever you like. So let me put tips back. They have fun, nice texture, so looking pretty nice. Here company's logo on the back side. I can't say for sure, but they look pretty sturdy and pretty reliable. There is strain relief to protect the cable from damage. Cable isn't super thick, but it's normal. It has rubber isolation. It's getting a bit hard when it's cold, but it's pretty soft. But there is slight microphonic effect, so you should use a chin slider and short clip to avoid microphonic, or just wear them over the ear, so there will be zero microphonic noise. Splitter, pretty big with company logo, and here cable goes way down to the angled jack. So they made it with 45 degrees angle. It's a combination of straight and angled. And they have this rubber thing for winding. It's really comfortable and really nice to have. I really like this Dunu's invention. So you just wind them and then simply clip it this way. For carrying, for storage, it's the most effective and simplest solution. So cable is a bit thinner than I'd like, but anyway they built pretty nicely, made of metal, have comfortable wearing and good design. And about the sound. What kind of representation we can usually expect from low-level budget models? It's in best case it's a V-shaped signature with accented lows and treble, and in worst case it's just accented lows without any mids and treble normal representation. Luckily DN12 is different, tuned differently, offering really nice mids for this price range, and even they can be compared with some more expensive models in terms of mid-range. And actually they also have accent on the low frequencies, but main issue with them is that their low part of low frequencies, I think lower half of bass, it's a bit slow. It's not well controlled, but actually it's noticeable. Most of all, it's noticeable on some styles like electronic music, pop music, where melodies are filled with some artificial synthesized bass. On other styles, actually, this issue isn't noticeable that much, and actually in any case for this price range they sound anyway pretty balanced. They of course have this bit warmer signature, but actually it doesn't shadow mids, almost doesn't shadow. Sometimes it does, but it's actually rare. And they are really good in mids and normal and treble. Let's say normal because not really good, not bad, just normal. Mids are really tight, they have good punch, so actually, for example, with some drums, these IMs really perform themselves nicely. They offer good body, good slam, and actually they offer normal sound stage, not super big, but actually bigger than vast majority of affordable IEMs in this price range. They are pretty good with heavy metal music, not the most complex and most brutal styles, but with classical heavy metal, with classical hard rock and so on. They are normal with jazz music, with some classics. Of course, it's not superb model for classical music, but it remains listenable. Treble here is as I've said, normal. It's not super detailed, but have decent detalization. Attacks and decays are also pretty normal, not superb, but normal. Layering, of course, is almost absent here, but it's for this price range, it's what you can expect. So, pretty interesting model with normally balanced sound. I actually enjoy listening them. Of course, they can't be compared with some models at $100 range and more, but if you're looking for pretty balanced IEMs with affordable price and with good mid frequencies, I really can recommend you this model, because despite of some issues, they sound really nicely. Thank you for attention.